What up, what up? Welcome back, YouTube fam. What's going on? Good to have you guys back on the live stream. Happy Friday. Today is Friday the 12th of January. Good to have you guys back on stream. Good to be back on. We'll talk about yesterday's incredible plays on gold and all of the CPI amazing moves. Because we had some amazing moves yesterday. And you guys who were able to join the streams yesterday, I literally planned out every single move on gold before CPI came out. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to show you guys and understand the power of joining into these live streams, because there was some fantastic calls yesterday. But we'll run over that. Today's a new day, new trades, new analysis, and we'll break it all down. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm gonna drag in my aircon unit. It's very hot. Give me 2 seconds and then we'll start. Alright, cool. Once the room cools down a little bit, I'll turn it off so it's not too noisy for you guys. Let me just let everyone in on Zoom here. Admit all. Alright, everyone's joining. G'day Aaron, good morning. What's going on, guys? Welcome back, Zoom guys. Good to have you guys back. Apologies if the fan's noisy. I listened back to the stream yesterday and didn't realize you guys can hear it all the time. Good to have you guys back on stream. Let me just pop up the chat over here, let everyone in. Everyone's still joining. And we will jump in. Good morning. Hi. Press record. Chris. You almost were too late to the party. I was about to click it before I let everyone in.
Recording
but you just reminded me. Thank you, man. Good morning, Mario. Good morning, man. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let me share my screen with you guys. And we will jump straight in. Apologies, I'm a couple of minutes late here. I just got back home. Let me share my screen. The fan noise is okay. All right, thank you, Graham. Hey, Aaron Ben, what's going on, man? Good to have you back on the stream. Let me just move this over here. And let me get the chat up. But yeah, happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday, happy Friday. Final London session of the week. Got lots to run over today on gold. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. Good day, man. What's going on, Brian? Let me make this too big. Right there. Need to resize this all. It's all messed up. Right, let me make it smaller. Is that better? I think that's good. Cool. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me just make sure you guys can hear me. Mic. There. Cool. Alright, let's do it. Let's jump straight in on gold. And I won't run over yesterday's move. You guys on Zoom, I already made a whole nother video explaining it. I'll just run over it very briefly. For everyone who was watching the stream yesterday, we spoke about all of these moves yesterday, about how pre-CPI is very likely that you're going to see gold come up and grab all of these highs before having this entire pushback down. And I spoke about this on my story and in separate videos, the power of being able to understand liquidity to this extent where you can literally make 100 ticks on the way up. You can make 250 back down. If you even really want to be a crazy mofo, you can catch another 200 back up as well. So you've had some incredible moves on gold yesterday. And the fact that we've now grabbed these daily lows is pretty interesting. Because the way that we were going to close yesterday was going to kind of dictate how we could potentially approach the markets today. But with the way that daily has closed, and without even needing to go on, with the way that the weekly is starting to form, it's at a very interesting level for gold. So today's going to be a pretty interesting day. I saw some of you guys in Discord got some Asia trades. I believe you guys got it, was it the 15 maybe? I think some of you guys had the exact same trade and it was a fucking incredible trade. I think you guys got it from here, I believe. You got the, maybe, or was it the 5? I know quite a few of you guys got it. When I saw it, I've been pretty MIA in Discord, so apologies, but I believe you guys had some entries from here in Asia. I think you guys had the buys like this, and your overall TP was up into this high. 5 minutes super clean. Yeah, beautiful trade. It's just great to see you guys being able to take the exact same positions. That's like 40 ticks, man. Even if you just got like this of it, like 20 in Asia, that was amazing. Because that right there is beautiful. You find that support, you wick out the lows, close back bullish. At this bottom wick, you put in your buy stop and you look to play it up. And where's your target? You'll probably be securing some around here, but your main target is to come up and grab this double top. Because what did we not do before this push down? You never really grabbed the highs. So that becomes a double top liquidity level. So that was a very nice push. So good job to you guys who traded Asia. It was great to see you guys catching the exact same moves. But now, today on gold, I'll get rid of these levels. These were the liquidity levels from yesterday that have all been absolutely smashed perfectly. When I mean perfectly, insanely fucking perfectly. I had some sells here on gold. I had 2 sells actually after that news yesterday. I unfortunately didn't get this rip down here. I had some shorts from here, but I secured most around this support. But I was trying to see if we could drive into the bottom wick on the daily. That's where I had my alert, and it never came in. And then this morning when I woke up, I had my alert on gold go off to say we had hit the daily lows. And I was like, oh, you motherfucker, because you literally just got my runners here before then, you know, having the 200 dip back down, which was where my hard take profit was overnight. You know, so I still got a nice bit of the move, but that was the whole big move that I wanted. Probably should have stayed up for it, but it was, you know, still a great trade, but not ideal to wake up to gold hitting TP and you got fucked up break even during the night. Hi everyone, what's going on, Alad? Good morning, man. But yeah, that's yesterday's moves. Like I say, today's a new day, new opportunities. But I want to bring your guys' attention to this weekly time frame. And wait, what? I deleted all my analysis, or does it just all disappear? Maybe I deleted it all. I don't need it. So because it's Friday, you know, it's important on Friday to start analyzing that. You know, this at some point is going to be fucking juicy as well. But as it's Friday, it's important to understand how the week is going to close. And by looking at it, with the fact that CPI yesterday wicked out the lows on the daily time frame but never actually closed below, whether this weekly closes back above, and you probably got it more like here, you start closing back above here on the weekly, and you could see gold come back up and tap into so we got 2,000 there. Next level above is 250, which is, that's not even that far away. We'll probably tap back into 250. Yeah, if you start closing back above 250 on the weekly, you could see gold come all the way back up and retest these highs at 2075, which would be very interesting. So this weekly is looking, yeah, very interesting. If this closes bullish or at least doji next week to come back down a little like this evening star, but a morning star, and you could see gold push higher going into the following weeks. You know, we've grabbed all necessary daily and weekly lows before continuing this push up. So today's looking pretty interesting. Today's going to be a big close on the week here on gold. I'm just going to have a quick look at the news. I don't think there's anything today. Oh, there is. You've got PPI again today. Interesting. Yeah. So today is going to be very, very interesting. I personally believe that we need to create more of a top wick than this. I don't think this is enough top wick to see gold drive down. I think we need to spike up a little bit more. And when you close below 250, you typically always come back up and retest it. And from where you're currently sitting, that up into 250 is like, well, I just messaged it, didn't even look at that. How much is it? 150-ish ticks, amazing. So that's the weekly. Daily, as you guys know what we were talking about yesterday, you had to come and grab these daily highs before this push down. Well, now you've grabbed the daily highs, but does that mean you look for sells? Well, not really, because you've also grabbed the daily lows. So on a daily perspective, and I posted this in Discord before, it's pretty hard to say on a more swing basis where gold may be going overall. It will all depend on probably the news tonight, but on a daily perspective, it's pretty difficult. The interesting thing about today is, and this is my first time jumping on the charts with you guys today, I haven't checked the charts whatsoever. The interesting thing about today is you've wicked out the lows, you've bounced off the support, this is your clear daily range, and today you have no bottom wick on the daily. And that was exactly the same as yesterday. For this whole push up here, you had no bottom wick on the daily. And the likelihood of gold closing bullish on the daily with no bottom wick is very little. So when you see it push up with no bottom wick on the daily, you can be looking to short into that daily bottom wick and to maybe come back down and retest the support. So big daily resistance right now on gold. So if we're at big daily resistance, now that we start dropping down, we're going to be looking for potential short opportunities. I'm gonna get rid of this resistance. I just want to see a clean chart here for a second. You can see we've had this, huge, insane bearish push. People who don't understand liquidity and didn't understand these lows getting grabbed, see this huge push down. They try jump in shorts here, and they get wiped out. They see this huge push up on the initial reaction of the news. They try jump in longs. Stop loss just go below here and also get stopped out. So retailers have been well and truly wiped out on gold, which is actually pretty nice to see. Now, for me, because we're at this big level of resistance, we haven't really grabbed any 4-hour lows. Coming into London today, we may be looking for pullback sells before who knows what happens with the news later on. I didn't realize there was such big news again today, but pulling back into previous 4-hour lows for a decent bottom wick is like 25 ticks. Amazing. That's good enough of a trade for me. So that's the 4-hour. Overall bullish in Asia. Sorry, end of US session yesterday, and still bullish into Asia as well, but much more corrective. Now on this hourly, we have a double top here. Any early sellers on gold will be probably trying to do something like this. So I think if we're going to see a retracement back down, you're probably going to re-grab these highs just one more time. Like this, you have a rejection, you wick out the highs, and then you can start to push. Gold will never reject the level once and just push down. If it does, then that becomes a liquidity level. Exactly the same here. If you reject once like this and push, then that becomes a liquidity level to target. So if we push down from here, buying into these highs later on would be nice. But for me personally, because we're hovering around this, I'm going to expect to see potentially something like this. So if we start grabbing some highs, we could be looking for some pullback into 4-hour lows, which is going to be down here. So I'm just going to mark on them 4-hour lows, so now when I can drop down to the hourly, I know where they are, and that's that hourly there. So that's great. That's going to be not that one. Who did that? This one. So if you start grabbing these highs, amazing. We're going to look for some sales down into these lows. Could you scalp up into them highs when we start to drop down 20 ticks? Yeah, possibly. Possibly. What's the previous hour done? Grab lows, close bullish, bearish, slightly doji. What up? What's up, Mark? What's going on, man? I'll try a strategy on how to trade news. 100 pips, thanks, man. Amazing. Yeah, some incredible news moves yesterday. Let me just drop down. Hourly's not really painting too much for me here yet. All I can kind of see right now is buys up into these previous highs. Because you're kind of bouncing off this little support here. It's quite choppy, so it's hard to draw clear levels right now. But it's very simple. Resistance broke above support, wicked out the lows. you may continue. You haven't grabbed any highs. You may start to push higher on a potential bottom wick of the next 30, which could be a trade. Because what did you do last time? Last time you grabbed the lows, you continue to rip higher. You're grabbing the lows now, you're going to continue to rip higher. And your break-even point is going to be here at 15, but you could spike up much more than that, and you could go from 15 to 25 pretty quickly. So I'm going to drop to the 15 here. See how this 15's looking? Yeah, 15's beautiful. You've wicked out the lows, starting to bounce higher. But remember, you can't ignore what we've also done to the highs. You're also clearly finding some resistance. So you have support here and new resistance here. So if I want to get some buys on gold into the next 30, I would probably be more confident if I see a closure above this range here. Otherwise, as of right now, there's nothing to stop gold. Come down, just respect this and just kind of bounce within this support and resistance. Close above amazing bottom wick and we'll be looking for them buys. And that looks to be the only current opportunity I see right now. I hope this doesn't just absolutely moon. I had that 5 minute. No bottom wick, no top wick, big rejection. So yeah, the thing is, the nice thing about here on gold, and this is on the 5 minute, so this is our range of liquidity levels. This is the liquidity level down here, and this is the liquidity high up here. So if you start rejecting here on gold and throwing signs of resistance, that's great, because you know you're going to expect that's going to be a retail trap of people trying to do something like this. And as long as we start to close above here, we can buy up into where most people are trying to sell. I'm going to turn off that fan, it's making my eyes all fucking watery. But yeah, if 5 minutes just closed above there, what time is it? 10 minutes till that 30 is going to close. We need a bottom wick if we can jump into it. Hi, Top Step, do you trade Top Step via Tradeovate / TradingView platform conversion? How's Top Step? I personally don't, Brian. I've done it before, but I just like to have my executions on a separate screen, because this is the screen that I'm analyzing off. I don't really want to see my positions on the same chart that I'm trading off. You can do it on here, it's just personal preference. If you haven't traded futures yet and you want to get used to the platform, yeah, there's nothing wrong. And some of the guys do like to do this, is just, yeah, log into Tradeovate there. But if you have two screens, I'm facing here, so my positions are here on this screen, which I'll share with you when I do take a position, but I don't like to see my position on this chart because I just want to see pure price action, and it's very hard for me if I can see my buys from here to be open to sells as well. I just get too glued to seeing my position, whereas when I take my position on this screen and then when I go back to this screen, I'm fully neutral when I'm staring at this screen, whereas this screen, you know, I don't want to be seeing my buys and I don't want to see my P&L. It's just personal preference. If you do want to trade through TradingView, yeah, it does work very nice. It's just, yeah, I just personally like to have it separate. But if you never traded futures, it's a pretty good way to get used to entering in and out of contracts. We may wait for this first 30 of the session. The previous 15, you know, like I said, we have grabbed some lows, but we're also finding some resistance like here as well. I think even a closure above here may be nice for us to look for a bottom wick to take some sells, and hard stop will be down here. We'll see if this can bounce back higher. New here, be here regular from now on. Awesome, pleasure to have you in the stream, man. Be sure to watch yesterday's stream pre-CPI was very, very good. Called some amazing calls on gold yesterday. And you know what? It was all very, very simple. It was all very, very simple. I had some pretty nice trades this week. But considering gold moved, you know, like what, 500-ish pips yesterday, and only got 60 of it, still stings a bit sometimes. Even though, you know, if it moves 600 and you just get your 20 of it, you gotta be happy with that. You gotta be happy with that. Oh yeah, Chris. No, I haven't yet. But let's use. Because that's a good find as well. So maybe we'll use the 4x con one that's here as well. And I just want to see the difference. Let's go, let me just go to the 5. What was it? We're 23 minutes, yeah. We got time to take a trade. So we'll just watch them here and see how... If this one does become quicker, then yeah, great. Yeah, we'll see. Like a 5-minute flip thing would work on that. Yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. If we get some trades today, amazing, you'll be able to see it in practice. 1 win this week, 3 break evens. 1 trade is all you need. It's pay for the patience. Shown, yeah, absolutely, man. Have you seen the 4x open one? It's... I can't see a message because the emoji's in the way. It's something... Yeah, because the 5-minute lag on here is actually really fucking annoying. I now have to watch it on Tradeovate. Let me just... shut up. Double check the quality here on the stream. Watch it on Tradeovate. Let me just... double check the quality. Yeah, it looks better actually. Looks better. Didn't catch 60 ticks like the goat though. Yeah, I did have some nice sells. I had 2 positions. The first position was pretty aggressive. I wouldn't recommend you guys to try and take like the first position. I'll show you it once we get this close here. The first position was aggressive, and the second position was probably the nicest. I didn't take them on any of my top step accounts. Those 2 way too risky. I just missed it. You got a nice little top weight there. Yeah, where was... I'll just make this a little bit bigger. So this was the second position. So I had the 5-minute was probably the quickest one. So basically what I saw yesterday when we were watching CPIs, well, we had all the level... I've deleted them now, but we had all these liquidity levels of price to come and grab. So within like the first like 2 seconds of the news coming out, we ripped up all these highs and started closing back down here. So my first sell was like here, and I got out like pretty aggressively here, like 30 ticks at like, I don't know, like a minute or something. And I was like, cool, let me let the markets chill a little bit. So I locked that one in. I had some little runs, but the runners got me, so it must have been closer to here. And then my second trade, which was probably the nicest one, was off the 15 instant top wick. This one here. So I had more sells from here. Once this 15 rejected like this, but didn't grab anything, I didn't. A lot of people will see this rejection and try jumping longs, but once we grab these highs, our downside target with the daily low. So I was like, until we grab, then I'm still selling gold, and that's what I said before I logged off yesterday when we were trading around here on Discord. Is like, keep selling gold for the day because the downside isn't over, and I didn't get this big leg down. But I basically shorted again here on instant top wick, looking to target these lows, and locked in around, I think it was maybe like 40 or 50 on this one. And then the rest got me at break even here, and then it ended up pushing all the way back down. But the fact that this opened it with an instant top wick after closing, you know, somewhere like below here, which is clearly to the left of just a very simple key level, I was like, well, I'm going to short this. If it closes above, I'll cut it. And then yeah, as it hit the top wick, I had a fucking fantastic entry and it instantly pushed back down. So yeah, two very nice positions. The first one was much higher risk. The second one was probably the nicest one. And the even better sells yesterday, if you guys carried on trading, was around here. You wicked up the highs, closed bearish, you could have been selling gold from here into that daily lows, and that was probably the cleanest position. I know some of you guys didn't get the news move, so we're trying to understand like why, but it's like, ignore this, don't care about this. Wait for this, wait for the dust to settle, wait for these moves to come out, wait for some highs to be grabbed, close bearish, and then take the sells from here, and this is a much nicer move for the day. A much nicer move. Ritual wasn't the best, but it's new deep down. I was going, yeah, same as me, man, same as me. If I were to look at my risk reward, it'd probably, on the first one, it'd be aggressive as hell. Going on the 5, yeah, good job, man. Oh, and then short, yeah, sorry, man, yeah, I just saw, yeah, I didn't have alerts. I was watching it live, yeah, basically, yeah. As soon as I saw this huge rejection and it wick down and close below, not close below, sorry, but wick out these highs and reject that quick, I was like, fuck, man, this is what we've been looking for all day. It's like if I can scalp a quick like 20, 30 ticks here, amazing. I was hoping, because when I had this entry here, I was like, oh fuck, man, this could be the push that just keeps retracing all the way down into these daily lows like this. But then once we started to reject, I was like, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna take off everything and look for a re-entry. You're grabbing the highs there on gold, which is unfortunate. I want to see at 30 or 15 close above this level before we can take it, but that's fine. Now you're grabbing these highs. That's what we need to do before a potential pullback. Chasing quick 10 also takes snipe. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, it does, David. Yeah, much better instant, man. Much better. Much better and much more aircon. Yeah, it does, man. Which is great. Explode the like button, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what was that? This confirmed. Wait for this to be taken into the retest. Yeah, lovely. And that entry also re-grabbed the previous 5-minute highs as well. So that little scalp down on that 5-minute was probably actually quite a lot of pips. Even though it looks like a small little move, I can imagine that's like, what, 30 or 40 or something? That's a very nice push. A very, very nice push.
Well, I got about 25, I think I did.
25, yeah, great, man. 25 is great. Overall. 25 is lovely. Lovely.
Closed 4. I understand now why it says 3 trades. I closed 4 contracts. And then I left that run there.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what, I'm good. Just close it all. So that's why I said 3 trades.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Sometimes on mine it says like 10. I'm like, well, I haven't taken 10 trades. Then yeah, it's all the partials.
I'm not Aaron. There's no way. This is a big push up, eh?
Yeah, this is a huge push up. This is a very big push up again. I'm like, fuck, are we gonna have another explosive move today? I'm very surprised to see us come up here. Sorry, man.
Hey.
What?
Absolutely love hearing that voice.
Yeah, man.
As long as I just speak quiet and slowly so everyone can understand me.
Listen.
I was waiting for the 30 close. Then to see if it'd go up.
Yeah. 26 with a 5 micros in this 5-minute candle. Yeah, amazing, man, amazing. Yeah, is it 5 minutes? Yeah, because you re-grabbed 5-minute lows, re-broke these highs and pushed higher. So what's that in this one candle? Is that, yeah, it's 20. Yeah, it's amazing. I guess this is the thing. Even though gold's like in these little ranges today, these ranges, when you actually measure them, you're like, oh, these are actually pretty decent. It's like a 40 tick range. That's amazing. I'll trade that. I'll trade that all day. All day long. Nice thing about gold is here, now you've had this rejection, you've now re-grabbed the highs. So if you start closing back bearish here, this could be nice. I would have loved to scalp the little buys up, but the 30 didn't close enough just yet. But you're at very big 4-hour and daily resistance, like I said. So if you're at daily resistance, it's quite aggressive to jump in longs now that you've grabbed these highs. So if anything, you want to be open to this starting to find some resistance. I'll be very, very surprised if you break yesterday's high. I think if you break yesterday's high, you're just going to rip much higher. But I think if that's going to come in, that situation, and the weekly's going to flip bullish, I'll be very, very, very surprised that that will not happen until US. I think London needs to give the pullback for US to rip potentially higher later on. Or if London keeps creeping up, then there's your move for US. But looking at this, I mean, the 30 minutes kind of hard to give a very clear direction. But looking at the, I think it was the hourly, was it the 4-hour? Yeah, it's. I think a lot of people would have been trying to sell a lot of this resistance, which wouldn't be a bad trade, but people are getting squeezed out pretty hard here. but there's no upside liquidity to come and grab because, you know, all daily highs have been grabbed. All I can really see today on gold is potential bottom wicks into these 4-hour lows before pushing higher, and that would be my trade. Just get semi-lucky in that trade. Which one, Chris? The CPI one or the Asia one? No, just now. Yeah, I mean on the 5 minute, it did actually make sense because you kind of had some lows here that you grabbed, and you've closed incredibly bullish straight back above, and that was a weird candle there. I wouldn't really be taking buys from here because the 5 minutes just grabbed some highs and closed bearish. If you want to take buys from here, it'd probably be on the break of this high, because if that was a true liquidity grab of these highs, you shouldn't break it to push low, but if you do break it, you're going to push higher. It's not, you know, it's definitely not a trade that goes against our plan, man, that's for sure, because you still had the foundations, which is a liquidity grab and close above. Entry was probably just a little bit difficult, but if you got it and your idea was based off buying here and risking off this liquidity grab because it closed below and ripped higher, and it's kind of like a left shoulder head, right shoulder, then yeah, that's great. That's still the plan, absolutely, because you at least had these highs to grab here. Entry here was probably just a little bit difficult, because, you know, the 15. If you take a look at this, if I hide this. To me, this looks like a nice push down. You re-grab the highs, you retest. To me, this is a potential evening start to push lower. So, moving forward, I would be slightly careful of stuff like that, because that could easily be, you know, rejection, grab the highs, retest to potentially push low. But then you did also wick the lows. If it was a fund account, I wouldn't have taken it. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, as taking a trade to test the liquidity grabs, absolutely, yeah, good trade, man. There's, you know, the overall foundations were there. Clear liquidity to grab, break below, break instant back above with a lovely bullish candle, and then you could be looking for the buys. Super clean traders, be patient. Yeah, 100%, man. Like these trades of our plan, honestly, man, come up multiple times a day, and your job's only really to look for one and be patient for that one, because I can guarantee you at some point it will come in. Like, you know, yesterday I on a normal day, because we had this liquidity up here, I would normally be buying up into that, but because it was CPI, although I was very confident that it would hit, I was rather waiting for it to grab it and then look for the trade. So it's like I didn't take a trade in any of this London noise, because London overall just ranged yesterday. I didn't take any trades in here. I didn't catch this rip up, even though I would have loved to, but as soon as we grabbed the liquidity, I had my trade within like 1 minute yesterday. It was like I waited all day to catch my banger of a trade in 1 minute. So my patience pays for sure, man. So you could spend your day forcing trades and taking losses, or you just stay patient and you know that at some point today, one, the volume's going to come in, and two, the clear liquidity grabs are going to come in at some point. You just have to wait for the ones that make the most sense. Like this one in Asia today. You guys who took this trade here, this one was perfect. That's all you need to be waiting for. Clear liquidity grabs and rejections like that, and that's your ideal setup. These are the ones where it literally, when it jumps out at you, like this, you grab the lows, you've clearly closed back above, closed bullish, bottom wick. They're the ones you guys want to be looking for. You don't want to, you know, if you ever come onto charts and you start, you know, looking for shorts around here, and you're like, oh, I'm not too sure about this trade, don't take it. You want liquidity grabs followed by volume to then take the trade. If you start doing stuff like this, it's okay, just accept it and take a step back. Piece of advice so key for psychology. These setups come in multiple and they really need one. Yes, it's very true, Nick. Honestly, it does. Honestly, you could sit here and mark on our plan on like the 5 minute every single day, and you would find multiple entries. But that's not your job. Your job isn't to catch every single one. It's just to catch one a day that fits the plan and be happy with that. Got paid 2 weeks' wages in 1.5 seconds yesterday. Yeah, 1 minute 30 seconds. Yeah, crazy. Today we were super. Yeah, today in Asia was a great session, and that's quite important for you guys who want to trade Asia. You typically get a decent amount of volume in the Asian session when you've had US data the previous night before, because the Asian markets are waking up to that news and reacting to it. So you can pretty much get some decent volume, in Asia after them days. If you have, I don't know what the day in Asia was like before CPI. The day before might have been alright because they're preparing for the news as well. So maybe the day before. Where was Asia yesterday? What day is it? Thursday. Where's Asia. Thursday. Where am I? Oh, I'm way too far forward. Did you get any nice moves in Asia yesterday? Let me see. It's quite. I don't think so. It's probably a bit choppy. I mean, you did here. Some pretty decent volume. Grab lows, close aggressively bullish. You could have got that move. So yeah, the day before and the day after news, big US news, Asian sessions can be pretty nice to trade. Taking a step back next week. Been over trading too much this week and finished red. Easy to do, Tom, man. As long as you're recognizing what you actually did wrong, man. It's very easy to do. Very easy to do. First year that's for, yeah. I'm pumped. Yeah, it's interesting when you see that Chris. You do typically see that on big news days. I found this a lot, and I have been stopped out trying to short it before. But basically, if I see Asia open with an instant top wick, or if I see price open with an instant top wick on the daily, and there's no real news in the US, I'm basically in Asia, spending the Asian session trying to short into that bottom wick, and that's usually your trade for Asia. But in news days, you can see Asia push up with a bottom wick, London push up with a bottom wick, and look so bullish with no bottom wick. And then news comes in, and this just completely reverses. But if in normal days you see Asia open up with an instant top wick on the daily, yeah, be looking for some sells into that as long as the range is worth it. Still walking around like peanut, looking for a decent cafe. I'm gonna have to go to Starbucks. Yeah, where did I used to, yeah, I think I used to go to Starbucks as in, I know I used to go to a great cafe in Bangkok. I'm like Googling it as if I'm gonna know what the fuck it's called. I may have a picture of it somewhere. Yeah, great coffee as well. I don't think about it.
The one on the street I had one was really good. It's the similar one that we went to in Get. To say it's in.
Was it a chain?
Yeah, it's a chain. It's got a black writing.
Not Coffee Club, no.
Kosan Road. I don't know if you're trying to
The Kosan Road one.
catch me out there.
I think it is.
I don't know if you're trying to catch me out there.
Does it have my location on these pictures? No. I mean, it's not on my pictures, but I did go. I'm not making it up, I swear. Maybe it was the first time round. I don't know, or maybe it's the second time, I don't know.
Oh, he's in Starbucks. I didn't see that in Bangkok, I'll be honest.
Oh, yeah. There is a Starbucks in Bangkok that has an absolutely insane view over the city. It has like a massive balcony. I forgot to take a picture on my Instagram or something. Yeah, it's insane. Speaking of Starbucks. Yeah, no bottom wick on the daily so far. Yeah, same as today, yeah. No bottom wick on the daily so far with big news later on as well. So where's the daily open here?
Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Won't be long.
Alright man, no worries. Here. So this is the daily open down here. Oh, I do that. So this is where Asia has opened and ripped up. And this is where, by the time of the end of the day, you could see gold all the way back down here. And that's 100 and... What am I talking about? I'm not with it today. That's 80 ticks back down into that bottom wick. So if you start finding some decent resistance here, and this hourly close is rejecting this resistance, I think we're going to have some decent sells here. Some decent sells. Yeah, no bottom wick on day. Yeah, very true, man. Looking at the currency and futures was key today. Currency wicked out the highs and dropped, and the futures left it. If you look at the futures chart, you would have stunned to the wick. Yeah, very true, man. Very true. That's why you got to watch the currency chart, not just futures. It's the biggest question I get asked. Why am I watching the currency chart if I trade futures? And it's literally because that reason. I'd rather follow you until I get it. Yeah, absolutely, Carlo. Amazing calls yesterday. Incredible calls with some insane accuracy, all before CPI. So all these market manipulation moves are already premeditated. Do you swing around here looking for a good into the daily flip? Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. Yeah, it's a pretty nice 4-hour level to start looking for some swings into this bottom wick. Yeah, I think it'd be more of a day trade though. And if it doesn't come in yet, PPI could just do exactly the same as this. I don't think it's going to be as aggressive as yesterday. The market's pretty much waited since the start of the year to have this big move yesterday. And if you guys look at Euro USD, like I say, not that I trade it, but it's important to understand what the US dollar is going to do. Euro USD is still trapped within NFP high and low, and this is now a double top. So looking at Euro USD, I think you could send Euro USD a little bit higher today. So if Euro USD is pulling down later on, you could be looking for that US dollar weakness and gold weakness to keep pushing higher. Explaining futures, guys. Fantastic. Spent my first time here wondering what the hell's going on. Once I watched it, I was in. Good man, Chris. Good man. Good man. Good man. Other than scalping, it's just swing trade for me. Yeah, kind of with you on that one. Yeah, kind of pretty similar. To be fair, I say I scalp, but sometimes it's more of a day trade. Because I think like scalping's like probably like 1 minute trading, whereas I don't actually trade the 1 minute. I trade like the 5 minute. But then again, sometimes you get a trade like yesterday and then a trade like Tuesday, where it comes in that quick within like 1 minute. That in that way it is actually a scalp trade. Like this one that we took on Tuesday. This happened in like 2 minutes maybe. Yeah, I kind of call scalping and day trading the same thing. This is going to be a lovely hourly close here on gold. 15's close bearish, instant top wick pushing lower. I wouldn't short it just yet because the 30 is still going to give you a top wick, but if you start closing below here, you're going to have shorts all the way down into here. Table lights here, and some dude's got this Patek box. I think pictures of watches and all these AP stuff. Back up with nuts. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Either that, or they have been to the shopping centre. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, there's some moolah in Bangkok. I have dog hair in my mouse. The MBK, that's the one. This guy makes think of the cowboy in Indian movies. Happiness to be country. It's cool design stuff. Yeah, it's crazy, man. One day, we'll all go buy APs and take a picture of Starbucks. The market knows you haven't liked the stream, even hit it. Let's get a trade today. Yeah, absolutely, man. But this rejection here is why we need to wait for these closures. We need to get these closures. But I think we get a trade today. It's in an annoying range, which is annoying, but it's kind of a worthwhile range. Like even from here to here, that's still that's 20 ticks. That's decent. That's decent. So my current liquidity levels on gold to look for trades is here and here. This is a 4-hour low, and this is the daily low. Look at that. That was so nice. Wick rejection, hadn't grabbed any highs. Wick the lows closed bullish. Man, today's buys. Expensive house viewing today. Look at that. 30 ticks. Mega rich. Yeah, isn't there a road in Phuket called like Millionaire's Row or something? I think there is. I think it's called Millionaire's Row in Phuket. Millionaire's Mile it's called, sorry. Millionaire's Mile in Phuket. Literally that, Harry. Yeah, I've just put this on because it's just most recent resistance broken above and currently finding some support. So yeah, that's literally the only reason I've drawn it there, man. It's just a, if it's, you know, if I'm trying to go short, but it's trading above most recent resistance and support, then I have to wait for it to close below. And it closes below, amazing. But yeah, that's all it is, man. Yeah. The most recent support and resistance, and your closure below that to go with the overall bias, which is down here. Because if it doesn't close below, that's fine. You can keep pushing up. So, current intraday levels right now is we've clearly found some resistance here, and we've clearly found some support here. Up the West Coast, it's Paressa. Let me have a look, man. Oh yeah, nice, lovely. I've never been there. It looks nice though. It looks very nice. Oh, look at the private pools. Yeah, it's fucking stunning, man. Fuck, that's unreal. Look at the pictures. Fuck, what a place. If anyone has never been to Thailand, Thailand's a must go, man. So everyone has to visit Thailand at least once in their life. Look at that. What a place. Hold the whole fucking retreat there, look at that. Going in March, nice Ross, nice. Ross can't eat there either. Oh, you can't wait. I have a rising trend line on the alley lows. Ooh, very nice. Whereabouts? Oh, like this, like from here. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I like that, man. Yeah, I like that. Probably, that's that probably second touch as well. It's actually, yeah, it's quite nice. That's the thing. This 4 hour to me, although you know we're clearly bullish, it's still very overextended to me. And when I can see that we haven't grabbed any 4 hour lows for the past 4, 8, 12 hours, I know that, you know, even if we're going to push up higher today, you're at least going to bottom wick in these lows to before pushing higher, and that could be your trade for the day. That taking advantage of that bottom wick. Have you ever visited Morocco? No, never, man. I've never been to Morocco. I'd like to go there. Or Egypt. No, not Egypt. I would also like to go to Egypt. Egypt's on my go-to at some point. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I've never been to Morocco or Egypt, but I would like to. Yeah. Sounds good. It's a cheap holiday. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Vietnam's also beautiful. I was pleasantly surprised by Vietnam. Vietnam's up there with Thailand to me. Maybe even prefer Vietnam a little bit more. Well, it's just different. Both are unique. But if you guys want to travel and trade for cheap, I would say go to Vietnam. You do it much cheaper than Thailand these days. Thailand used to be much cheaper than what it is now. Confusing those levels, your higher time frame analysis level 2. Yeah, that's it, Harry. Yeah, so like I do my kind of overall higher time frame levels. So once I have, I got this level here and these levels down here that's where I want to trade into. Then when I drop down to the 5, I'm just kind of looking for like little intraday breakouts into that, man. And if you do something like this, it just stops me from jumping in a trade too early, and this is a great example. So I have this level. If we close below, I'll go short. But if we don't close below, I'll just let it range, and that just kind of stops me, jumping the gun a bit too early. That's all I really use it for, man. So you kind of got your little intraday range like this, and if I want some sells, I want a closure below. Because you have marked on the bottom of the candle, you need to ask. There's no candle for long wick. Sorry about that. Sorry, Chris, do you mean... Oh, not no wick. Liquidity you have this one? So... Hello. This one I only have marked on. This isn't so much a liquidity level, this is just the daily low. This is the level where if we start to push into, this will be the bottom wick of the daily. This is an actual liquidity low. So yeah, this is liquidity low. This is just the daily open. And because it's opened and instantly pushed up, that's where I would like to. If I do get some big shorts today, that's where it would like to be into. But it's not an actual liquidity level. The longer the liquid equals more. Yeah, it just depends if it grabs something or not, to be honest, man. So you see like this here. This is a pretty decent rejection, but would you take sells off this? No. Why? Because what did you not do before the push down? You didn't come and re-grab it. You're never going to reject once and just roll over. So when I see a big rejection like this and then price doesn't grab it and comes closed, then yeah, all of a sudden that level becomes much stronger because people will be trying to do something like this. People will try and do this. So when I see a big wick rejection and price push down without re-grabbing it, see like this, you have the wick, you re-grab it, and then you have the push down. If it rejects like this and then pushes down, then it's more likely to become a liquidity level. You see here, this wouldn't be a liquidity rejection. Why? Because this wicked out previous highs. But this one does because it didn't actually really grab anything. You came back close to it but didn't re-grab it. And that's kind of, and that's what gold does the most. So if you guys ever, and this is what I used to kind of mess up on, maybe this will help you guys, I don't know, but it's always, it's so easy when you're on the charts just to think, let's just say prices say this is a bearish candle, prices pushes down into a level that you see of support, and you think from here it's just going to keep pushing higher. Never FOMO into a trade because that's not how gold moves. Even if gold is going to push higher, it's always going to come and at least re-grab the lows, and then amazing, then it may re-break the highs and start pushing higher. So never take a trade on gold just based off one wick rejection, because that's not how gold moves. If you do ever see a time where gold has had a big drop of one wick rejection, like we did yesterday pre-CPI, like this, then that's when it becomes a huge liquidity level. Because you haven't re-grabbed it. And anytime gold is going to have a real big move, exactly the same here. With this whole NFP push up, you had a wick rejection, you never re-grabbed the lows, so you already know at some point, that low, once you start grabbing some highs, is going to be re-grabbed with a very high win rate. That at some point is going to be grabbed. Exactly the same here. You see this big wick rejection, if you're going to have a big push up, you're going to re-grab it. If you don't re-grab it and you push up, that's your level to watch. And exactly the same here. That's why I had this downside level yesterday before CPI, because you had this huge rejection. And what does this do? This brings in a lot of buyers. But if gold's going to have the real big move up, it's always going to re-grab that. So you can literally mark them on. It took all the way until CPI to grab this one, which is pretty insane. But that's what CPI does. And fuck, I got to drag it quite far along. And then look, what did we eventually do? Grabbed it, it fucking ripped higher. And again here, look, what did you do again? You had this initial wick rejection, you ripped high, but what did you not do? You didn't re-grab the lows. So what are you going to do? You're going to come down, re-grab it, and then you can have that whole push up. So it's like yesterday, if you trade into US session, you'd be marking on this low here, seeing this huge push up. You know that this is a retail trap. People try and do something like this. And your job is to basically get in from somewhere like this, here, and you can get this amazing next play up as well. So when I see big wick rejections once at a level of support and resistance, I love it. It gets me, it gives me a clear level that now that's going to be a level of where I can trade into. Same here before CPI. I think I explained this on the market update call. What did you do before CPI? You had a wick rejection, and what did you not do here? You didn't re-grab the highs. So a lot of people try and short this pre-CPI, put their stop loss just above this high, but if gold's going to have a real push down like gold does, it's always going to come and grab that. And sometimes that can be your trade to buy up into that, or wait for it to reject and then keep pushing down. It's not rock science, so logical. Yeah, it's honestly, man, it will seem confusing at first, but it's so fucking simple. It's so fucking simple. Exactly the same here. Like this high we had marked on pre-CPI yesterday. Why did I have this high marked on? Because what did you not do for this entire push down? You found resistance once and had a drop. And exactly the same here. You're never ever going to see a significant swing drop on gold without re-grabbing the high. So if you ever see a setup like this, be marking on that high and that becomes your liquidity level. You push up, you reject, you come back to retest it. On a 1 minute time frame, this would become a double top. People short here, stop above that high, and then what do you eventually come and do? You come and grab every single one. Every single one. Exactly the same here. CPI open, you had this rejection, and this is why I said keep selling gold yesterday, because even if you're going to see a push up to to some big daily highs, you're at least going to come and re-grab this. You re-grab it again with pinpoint accuracy and push higher. So yeah, these levels are very, very important. I've shown a lot of fucking value here with you guys recently. It's very, very important. Well, it's good to ask these questions. So good job to you guys who keep asking these questions. This is great. Like these Zoom calls are like little mentoring sessions once gold's ranging. It's good. Quite similar to Wyckoff. Is it? Yeah, that's interesting, man. It's interesting because I've never actually studied that. I've seen pictures of it. It's always just looks super confusing to me. But that's just how gold moves. And the good thing is that's how gold has moved for years as well.
Wyckoff is just similar to your theory, because in Wyckoff, when gold usually creating the low, that is the liquidity graph we are talking about. Just different terms, same thing.
Yeah, nice, man. That's good. That's cool. Yeah, that's what I said. Like that's the good thing about gold, is because gold has done this for as long as I've been trading. Gold has always moved like this. That's why I love trading gold so much, because gold's so unique. But when you understand it to that extent, and look, it even did it here. Look at this. Like this, and this is like if you guys are swing trading. Look at this. What did you not do before this whole push down? You never re-grabbed the high. So at some point, you know that that's going to get grabbed. Because you're going to have an insane reversal like this. You're going to re-grab the lows and push higher. Exactly the same here. You reject once and you push down, but you didn't re-grab the high, so you're never going to drop. Exactly the same again here. Tweezer tops don't work. You reject off it, you rip it higher. Hey James, what's going on, man? So you always wait for price to re-break highs or lows? Yeah, always. If I see situations like this, where you have rejected off a double top and not re-grabbed it, I'm buying up into that as well. I'm not waiting for it to be grabbed before I can take a trade. If it's a big enough range, I'll also buy up into it, which is what I would have done on CPI yesterday if it wasn't so close to the news. I would have been buying up into this liquidity, because if I can make money on the way up and it's a decent range to play, that can be my trade. Exactly the same as if you look on the 4 hour right now on gold. If gold's going to have a big push up today, there's no way you're just going to push from here. There's no way it's going to happen. If you're going to have a push up, you're going to come down, you're going to grab the lows, and then you're going to push higher. And I'll take advantage of this move. If I take advantage of this move and then I want to take buys later on, if I get it, amazing. But that will probably be my trade for the day. Hardest part for me at the moment is having patience and trust. Wait for second grab and avoid FOMO. Yeah, it's easier to do, Harry. But honestly, once you understand that, even here 4 hour, 1 rejection, 2 rejection, you're never going to rip high from there. Wait for them to be grabbed and that's your trade. Once you understand that it's always going to do that, it just saves you getting into a trade too early. Like I just said here before this whole push up, you have this 1 rejection, 2 rejection, hasn't grabbed anything, that is going to get grabbed, and you can be pretty much buying up into that. So you don't have to wait for it to get grabbed to then take some shorts. You can look for buys up into that as well. So you can play it both ways, and that's the good thing about it. You don't necessarily have to wait for it to be grabbed to then try to take some sells. If you can find opportunities like I was trying to do down here, you can buy up into it as well, and that can just be your trade for the day. If you want to buy up into it, secure your profit on that, and then maybe take some sells, amazing. But that could also be your move. I used to, when I first started like understanding liquidity to this depth, I would be trying to wait for it to be grabbed and then try and short, but sometimes it can grab it and just keep ripping higher. So you want to expose yourself to obviously the fact that the markets can do anything, and that can usually give you a big enough move that that's your trade. Like here, you got these buys from down here. Once you re-grab 15 lows, start breaking the highs, up into there, you got 12 ticks back into this resistance, you got 30, and that can be your trade. So take it both ways. It comes both ways. If you can get buys into the liquidity levels or shorts into liquidity levels, then at least once you get down here, you don't have to be stressing trying to find ways to keep buying it up. You've already made money on the way down. You can even hold some partials and use that partial as an anchor to then take some longs risk free. I missed Alex talk to me. Without watching your Zoom, I would have shorted that 5 minutes and caught me in a loss. Yeah, it's very key, man. Very, very key. A lot of people would have tried to sell this on gold, and where do they put their stop loss? Just above this rejection. But like I say, that's not how gold moves. Gold is never just going to drop off one rejection. It's going to re-grab the highs, and then it's going to have the potential pushback down. Can you apply the same rule strategy to other assets, or have you just? Yeah, you absolutely can. Yeah, it moves like this on gold, but you can trade it on almost any FX pair because they're so manipulated these days that it happens on pretty much everything. Same as pound yen. I used to trade it on pound yen a lot. Same as Nasdaq and S&P. Does it on Nasdaq and S&P. If you want to trade them futures as well, does it a lot. If you trade it on Nasdaq, it's a little bit more in depth. If you trade Nasdaq, you have to be watching the S&P as well, because sometimes Nasdaq could leave a double top and push down, and if you wait for it to be grabbed, you'll miss it as long as it's being grabbed on the S&P. So the double top could be left on Nasdaq, but if it gets grabbed on S&P, then you can short Nasdaq double top. And vice versa. If you have a double top on the S&P but it gets grabbed on Nasdaq, then you can still take the sells. There's a very interesting correlation between Nasdaq and S&P. Again, I learned that the hard way as well. No one's ever. No, I wish I had someone to teach me to this in depth, which I never had. I tried to trade liquidity on Nasdaq. Though, this year on live stream we were trading Nasdaq, and we would be waiting for price to come and grab some lows before having the push, and we'd see that it respected double bottom and pushed higher. And it would be only after a while I would start to see that as it was being grabbed on the S&P and rejecting, the Nasdaq would already be starting to push, and that can usually be enough for it to have a decent push. It's quite interesting, actually. Just move from internal and external liquidity points. Yeah, absolutely, James. Yeah, absolutely, man. My funded account on Forex was about to expire, like I'm trading, so I jumped on GJ, got a 20 pip snipe. Yeah, good job, Chris. Yeah, GJ is good to trade as well, man. We trade GJ a lot. GJ is a great one to trade. If you guys still trade, maybe on a funded FX account, watch gold and watch GJ. They move pretty similar. That I wouldn't advise against it because they have very, very similar concepts. But just if you're still trying to understand the strategy, I would just watch one or the other. But yeah, eventually once you get confident with it, you can still trade GJ and trade gold, especially GJ in London. Absolutely.
What is gold up to, eh?
I think gold is squeezing out a lot of sellers. I think a lot of people are trying to short gold today, and they're getting squeezed out. So the more they get squeezed out, the more likely we could have a pretty decent pushback down today.
Yeah, I think I've seen.
It would be, yeah. If we take a look at, not that I think we're going to fulfill all of this fib extension, but if we just take a look, we're currently around the 78, which is pretty nice.
Do you think we need to grab that previous high for the pushback down?
This one?
Yeah, it's a strong
Nah.
level.
Well, but before I would say no, man. But now that you're getting close to it again, I think if you break this, you're just gonna keep ripping over all higher. So I think
Yeah,
on yeah. So I think on gold today, I think if you break this, it's very unlikely because this is a huge liquidity grab of all these highs, and if this was a true liquidity grab, you'd keep pushing down. So if you re-break a liquidity grab, you'll probably just keep pushing higher. So my kind of plan today is the higher, the closer you get to it, then it becomes a liquidity level. So then pretty much as soon as you start doing this, then you could be looking for something pretty big like this. So yeah, if you start teasing around it, which you kind of are doing now, then yeah, it will become one. I didn't think it would be, but it will be, yeah. But it won't be a level where I would look for it to grab like this before reversing lower. I think if you start to break this, gold's just going to flip bullish on the weekly. But I still think even if we're going to come anywhere near this, I think the 4 hour has to bottom weight previous lows to have that continuation. This 4 hour looks very, very overextended to me.
yeah. Daily week, no bottom wick on the daily too.
Yeah, which is huge, man. Huge, huge, huge. But many focus on forex pairs and still learn it. Yeah, that's all good, man. Yeah, you can still do that, man. You can still trade the exact same way, even if we just want to trade forexes over futures. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Probably to keep the account alive. Yeah, good man. Yeah, good man. Overextended means it hasn't grabbed previous lows. Yeah, pretty much, Chris. Yeah. So like, sometimes you'll go on the charts and you'll see prices so bullish. So for me at this point, it's too overextended to buy, and it's too bullish to sell. So all I'm kind of wanting to see here is reject this resistance, and you can already imagine if gold is going to have a push up today, you're very likely going to see something like this. And I fucking haven't perfected these drawings yet. You're going to see something like this, and this bottom wick here can be your trade. Because if you have a look, like any time even gold on the 4 hourly, is going to have a continue. Like if let's try and find a time where it's so overextended, like here, pretty much here and here, so overextended. So if you're going to keep pushing higher, you need to re-grab 4 hour lows to push higher, and that can actually be your trade. Yeah, by overextend I mean just too bullish. If you ever come on the charts and you see for the 4 hour is going bullish, bullish, bullish without grabbing any 4 hour lows, you can take advantage of that. If this wick here had grabbed this, then that's fine. I would keep looking for longs. So yeah, good question, man, Victor. But the best place for you to be able to rebuy with the trend is once you start grabbing 4 hour lows, because that's what you're going to need to do. Once you grab 4 hour lows, then amazing, you can then drop down to lower time frame and start looking to continue buying. Think squeeze on oil. Oh, nice. We'll have a look at oil. Coming in trendline. How much does gold respect trendlines? Not very well. But that doesn't mean you can't use trendlines. I like to use trendlines on gold, but I like to use trendlines in a sense of understanding what most people are trying to do. So if you ever see price, doing something like this, and say like this, third, because by the time you spot a third touch of a trend line, it's too late. But this is where most retail traders will try and sell third touch of a trend line, put their stop loss just above the high. But what you'll very likely see is something like this, and that's the way I trade trend lines, in the sense that I will be trying to take advantage of this stop hunt into the second touch, and that will be my trade. So trend lines are useful on gold, but not to trade off. They're useful to try and understand what most retailers will be trying to do, so you can trade into that, or you'll see something like this before seeing that. And that's why people struggle with the market so much, because price pretty much does the opposite of what the textbook will tell you to do. It's very rare and unlikely for gold to ever respect a third touch of a trend line and just push lower. So I like to trade trend lines on gold, but it's purely for that reason. And I think I said this yesterday as well, actually. Before CPI, we had a trend line coming on down like this. And like I said, if this is your one touch, two touch, third touch is where most retailers are trying to sell, where they put their stop loss above here or above here, and that's that liquidity grab. Starting to reject here on gold. I'm going to start dropping down to the 15 soon because I really think it's going to dip lower soon. There's no bottom wick on this 15. You've re-grabbed 30 highs, which is good. Oh, you've re-grabbed it again. See, this could have been enough because you grabbed it here, but you've re-grabbed it again, which means you need to create even more liquidity. But I am very keen to look for some shorts here on gold. Yeah, no bottom wick on the hourly. Yeah, nice. Yeah, good spot. Yeah, this is very nice. Yeah, good spot. I just saw it was the 15, but it's actually the first 15 of the hourly as well. So if this starts to, I'm gonna have to drop down to the 5 soon because this is looking pretty nice. So you pushed up, you waked up. I'll probably have to wait for a little 5-minute closure below here, and I could look for some sells on gold. Oh, that's a lovely trade, man. Lovely trade. What's that? ES, yeah, great trade, man. Great trade. I'm trying to go up my 4th or 5th confluence behind 1, 2. Yeah, good amount of same as me. Can't make any more than 30 ticks today. Must be nice. Yeah, must be nice. What a problem to have. Why 4-hour lows? It's the same as the hourly, like same as intraday. Like if you pretend this is the 4-hour, it doesn't matter if it's the 5. It's the same concept. If you see this bullish push, if gold's going to keep ripping higher, you need to come and re-grab some lows to gain liquidity to keep pushing higher. Same as here. If this was the 4-hour, which is similar to what we're doing now, when you see it push like this, you need to wait for the lows to be grabbed before you can push higher. And I'm basically on the 4-hour right now, looking to take advantage of something like this, because it's never just going to keep pushing up. It's going to come down, grab lows, and keep pushing up. And it can happen on the hourly, 4-hourly, daily. Especially on the daily. You naughty boy. Hello, buddy. Are you selling gold today? No? Sammy's not giving any signals today. You haven't really had very good signals recently. I haven't had many signals from you. But yeah, no bottom wick on this hourly just yet.
I was trying to move the screen and I was like, what the fuck, nothing's happening. And I realised it's your screen zoomed in.
What's Sammy saying? Let's find out. Come here, up. No, that's down, mate. Down, that's up. Come on, up. Oh, Jesus. Buddy. You got any signals for us? Where's gold going today? Where? Okay. Bye, mate. Oh, fuck, it's hot. So you're creating more liquidity here now on gold again. So if you do dip from here, you're probably going to have buys in there. If you grab the highs first, you've still got sells in the cards. Fucking licking my fucking ear. My ear's wet because of you. I sit here and trade all day so you can do nothing. Big cute. Has he got a gold chain now? He needs one though. Yes. Hello. Pestering me because he hasn't had a good walk today. Have you? I can't say the word though. Can't say the actual word because you'll go crazy. I can say walk, but I can't say walk and then the rest. Yes? Can I help you? Staring at me, looking for signals? Because you got a triple top here now. So if we do start to reject, you'll probably have buys up into that. Can you say the word for us? Thoughts on gold retesting the last 4 hourly down candle? Yeah, I think so. If that's what you mean. I'm looking to short gold back down into here. Yeah. Once it chills out of it, it's 4 hour resistance. You know, at some point you're gonna reject pretty well and bottom wick into these levels. No bottom, yeah, no bottom wick on the hourly, yeah. So at any point this hourly can start to reject and close bearish, which could be very nice. Just don't fucking do it from here though, because you got double top here. Don't do it from here. What does that mean?
Hopefully it's taking in a lot of sellers right now. Then get them out.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so.
Give us that entry.
If we ask it nice, yeah. If we ask it nicely, yeah. If we all say, please, Forex God Sir, give us something like this, and that can be our amazing trade.
Wow.
If it, I didn't realize we have big news again today, but if it does keep pushing up, be open to sells again today, guys. Be open to sells again. I doubt it, because I think overall this weekly can flip bullish. Where's the weekly open? So yeah, so this here, this is all of the top wick we have on the weekly. Well, I'm trying to just extend this a little bit. I don't know. Wait, what? Whatever. That's all we have of a top wick on the weekly. I believe if gold's going to push down, you're going to create more of a top wick than that. So if I had to give a buy stay leading up to the news, it's bullish, but there's no way you're going to push up without grabbing these lows. So that's my outlook for today. I'll leave on the daily low there, but in terms of liquidity levels, it's 2 previous 4 hour lows. As we've created a new one now, you don't have to come to this one. You very well could, but if I got shorts, I would be targeting this low as a level first. Exactly the same here. With this little push up here, 4 hours overextended, bullish, doji bullish, hasn't grabbed any lows, hasn't grabbed any lows, then boom, you see a big push down like this that grabs all the lows and then comes back up. Fucking dog hair. Yeah, waiting on a short, man. Yeah, waiting on a short. I wanna sell back down into here. I just need to see these little intraday highs grabbed once more, and then I can take some sells. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. So these are our sell TP areas. Let me get. Wait, what's going on here today? These are our sells here. These are our sell areas for today. But you can't take sells yet if 5 minute is bullish. Although the hourly's at big 4 hour resistance, the 5 minute still bullish. Just higher highs and higher lows. Breaking above, retesting, pushing higher. Breaking above, retesting, pushing higher. So if we start closing below here, amazing. That's what we want. Stop shorting, be a man. YouTube fam, 122 people here. Drop a little like for the stream. I think we're going to see a nice position today. We've been going for an hour and a half. Holy shit, that's gone quick. We're talking a lot today. If we get a trade closer to our normal knockoff time, that's fine. You know, we'll just stay on. I'm not going to end it if we get closer to taking a trade. Oil's going down. Yeah, let me take a look at oil. That's what I was meaning to do. Whilst gold's chilling here, we need at least another 5 minutes. We just set an alert just in case we all of a sudden do start spiking these highs and rejecting. Cool. US oil. Oil's going down. Is it? I don't know about that. Oh, you mean it's going down overall? I thought you meant it's going down now. Oh, Brent, right, I got you, man. I always look at this one. I always look at WTI. I was gonna say. Yen's going up nice, yeah. What is this oil doing? Because oh, look at that weekly rejection on oil. Holy shit. That is a push and a half. Very bullish though, very choppy as well. Reject, grab the lows, boom. Triple bottom, eventually come down, grab the lows. Very nice. Ooh, what did you not do here before this whole push up? Very similar to here. You want to be looking for boom at some point. Man, please. Fuck me. Let's have a look at gold. Come on, gold. A bit rangy today.
If that could happen in 1 5-minute candle, that would be nice.
Yeah, all the way down in 1 5 minutes. This is a 220 pips.
I've had worse Fridays.
I used to love trading oil. I still do like trading oil. I just don't like day trading oil. I like swing trading oil. Oil can be another good one to trade if you guys are looking to expand into something a little bit more. We were just talking about pound yen. Oil is a nice one to watch as well. Follows the same concepts. Okay, reject, come back to lows, never grabbed it, push up, boom, grab the lows, boom.
That's the challenge on oil.
Yeah, nice, yeah, nice. We've had some great trades on oil.
Yeah, was it like 2 days you had something stupid, like 30-something%?
Yeah, I had like 30% risk reward on oil in like 2 days, which you can actually still go back and find with entries and stop losses when I used to share more swing signals. You can actually, funnily enough, again, even actually shared both of them for free as well. You go onto my Telegram and search for where's my group here? Telegram FWA trading, and search for US oil. Enter. Where is it? What? Where is it? No. It'll take me a while to find it. I think I haven't posted too much in here anymore. Yeah, over 15% given for free. Here it is. Either it's not loading or it's taking its time. 11% hit on oil, 8% hit. Yeah. So you made 13% on the first one, 13 risk reward on the first one. and then did the exact same thing again. I'll send it to you guys here on the Zoom chat.
You have had some absolute bangers.
Yeah, when we used to do these more, yeah. Yeah, you just show all the swing trades as signals. And then where was the after?
Spoiled Telegram.
Yeah.
I copied the trades in
Yeah.
other groups.
Yeah. And that was the before and after. Both shared before. Yeah, it has some fuck man. That's why I don't really use this Telegram much anymore, but that's why I keep it open. You guys can go onto this free Telegram and see trades from like 2020 of me sharing signals back in 2020 with some insane accuracy. Different to an extent to how I trade now, but like foundation wise the exact same. And the things that I'm using here on the 5, you guys can use on the daily and weekly if you want as well. At some point in my life, I will go back to swing trading because it just gives you more freedom. But for now, I like day trading. But at some point, yeah, I will go back to swing trading when I have like a family or some commitments that I can't make. Even though I don't see myself getting away from day trading, I will go back to swing trading at some point. It's good. Well, it's good to coop up swing trading and day trading at the same time. Have swing trades running in the background of your day trades. That's how I was able to grow my account. Look at this fucking 5 minute on gold. So we're starting to reject on the 30 here, which is good. You got no bottom wick here. It's quite an aggressive push up here on gold. Yeah, separate accounts, James. Yes, I would have funded on FTMO, and I would have a personal swing trade as well. Because when I was trading on FTMO, you couldn't trade during news and you couldn't hold over the weekend. So when I would have to close all my positions and start fresh the next week on my personal, I would still have decent runners that would allow me to take more trades risk-free and hold big moves. And I've held some big moves before. But swing trading is very hard. Psychologically wise, it's very hard. It's very easy to go on Instagram and see these people holding like 500 pip trades, but doing that in real time with real money is very difficult. It's great because it gives you more freedom, but it's very tough mentally to hold big swing moves. 30 just closed bullish here. I'm not a huge fan of this price action, I'll be honest. I don't see anything really jumping out for us just yet, unless you re-grab these highs. Like I say, I want these sells today. I would like to take these buys up in London, but it's grabbing highs, rejecting. There's no real optimal entry just yet. Let me have a look at your chart, man. The 5 minutes insanely choppy as well. Yeah, it's gonna get to that. Yeah, if we start taking that out, then that's when I can start looking for some sells. Because that's like a triple top, pretty much. If we had wicked this out, I would, as soon as you start closing below here, I'll be taking sells on gold. But there's no way you're gonna correct all the way down here and create a daily bottom wick without grabbing that. Which, with that being said, could you get a buy up into that? Yeah, you probably could actually. Which would probably have to come from maybe down at this low. This never really grabbed the low before this push higher, so you may grab that low, which would then be, yeah, 23 ticks. Yeah, you can buy up into that now.
That's a stop and reverse also.
Yeah, nice. Do you trade incoming? Sorry, I just seen your message. Let me have a look. We can have a look at anything else. You guys want any other analysis on any other instruments, futures, FX? Doesn't really matter. You guys can let me know. I don't see us jumping into a gold trade in the next 5 minutes or so. So we'll probably let it breathe a little bit. All gold looks good to. GU looks good to keep pushing higher. Naz, yeah, absolutely, James. We'll have a look, man. Let's have a quick look at GBP USD. If you guys who trade futures, just GBP USD is the exact same thing as pound futures. So if you're wondering what the hell I'm doing, just have a look at pound futures. Daily on pound dollar is very, very choppy, very, very choppy. I personally wouldn't even look to trade it, even on an intraday. How was the previous week close? Yeah, very messy, very, very messy. You could get an intraday scalp, but if ever I go on the daily and it's like that, I don't really like to touch it. Yeah, it's pretty choppy. You may if you close bullish on the hourly, you may keep pushing higher, but it's very, very choppy. Close bearish, straight back bullish. But yeah, Nas, and I have the data, so we'll do it here. Oh, gold's grabbing the lows, may grab the highs here. Let's have a look at Nasdaq. Look at that, nice little breakout. When was that? I don't remember drawing that. When was that? It was back in start of Jan. Broke out, retest, push, grab the lows, close bullish, boom. Big run. How did Nas push off CPI yesterday? GU to massive consult. Yeah, GU just ranging. I personally would move on, look at something else. I mean, gold, like, you know, gold's ranging on the daily. The good thing about gold is the tick moves are worth it. So Nasdaq, off the back of CPI yesterday, has grabbed some daily lows, failed to close above the highs. You're kind of trapped within this resistance and support down here. How we starting to look on the weekly, given we are 1 day away. Well, again, this is what I was saying before. So right now on as you have a double bottom, but before we get too excited about that, let me just quickly look to see if it got grabbed on the S&P, because if it did, then Nas doesn't need to grab it. No, it hasn't. So cool. So because Nasdaq and S&P both haven't re-grabbed these weak lows, then that becomes liquidity levels for you to look for shorts into, probably maybe into next week now. Which is there. Sorry, it's too zoomed out, which is down there. So if you have a look on the daily, it's a pretty nice level now. It's difficult because you are rejecting the highs, but you are also rejecting the lows. Go grab the liquidity, nice. Did my alert go off? Yeah, it must have. I didn't. Why did that not come up? Yeah, cool. 5 minutes. Let me just have a quick look. Oh, nice. Very bullish though, but you have now grabbed the highs, which is great. This is what we need to see before this push down. And remember, this hourly still has no bottom wick on gold, which is down there. So although I'm watching the 5 and the 5's bullish, we're looking for a 5-minute breakout, and you may even just wait for a closure back below there. That would confirm a fake out, and we could be selling gold down into this hourly low. And from here, 18 ticks, break even point, amazing. Gold cooking, yeah, gold's cooking. Could have a trade here in a little bit, but yeah, Nasdaq on the daily, kind of hard to say. 4 hour, you know, it's an aggressive stop hunt that has grabbed the previous low, so it's that, you know, that was huge. Look at that. Look how many lows you had down there that you never grabbed before this push up. Shorting into that, wow, what a move. What a move. That's insane. And then look at that pinpoint accuracy, rejection straight back up. Crazy. But do you have any highs that you need to grab? Not really, because you had this rejection, you re-grab the highs, you push down. You have some resistance around there that you may watch for. But Nasdaq's kind of difficult as well, to be honest. Even though you've seen some big moves on CPI yesterday, like in terms of overall direction, it's still pretty difficult. So I personally wouldn't take a trade in this range. I'd wait for a closure above or below this, and then that can give you a trade. It's difficult to the downside though, because you've had this huge liquidity grab yesterday. I'd be very surprised if you re-break this and fill this in. If you do, you know, come to fill this in, you're probably just going to keep pushing lower. But you wouldn't want to take that approach till you close below here anyway. Do I trade NQ? I've traded it before, man. I personally don't trade now. Oh, look at this 5. Let's not miss gold here. Let me just get back to gold for a second. So we're doing what we want right now. You start closing below, we may have a fake out play here. connection with S&P and Nasdaq. See if I can find you the video, because I made a video on it. Trades. That was a year ago. Yeah, that was a year ago since I was trading Nasdaq. I think this is the one. Let me share. Too aggressive if you short now? Nah, not really. Not necessarily too aggressive. It still makes sense, but I'm personally just happy to wait for a closure. Because even if the thing is, if you short it now, what's the likelihood that you just push down? It's more likely that you're going to close below this level and then still top wick and then go push down. So if you wait for it to push down and then top wick, well, you've got more confirmation because it's actually closed back below. Whereas if you short now, by the time this closes, you could still close all the way back up there and you can go straight into drawdown. So there's no benefit to shorting now as opposed to just waiting for the top wick on the next 5 minutes. Other than there's better confirmation once you wait for the fake out to be confirmed. Top wick, take the sell. So there's no benefit to take it now. It's not too aggressive. There's just no benefit to it. There's no need. Pretty much, it's not just going to drop to the floor in London session. How do you trade this slow? It's too slow, isn't it? The markets, yeah, it's just ranging right now, man. Yeah, so I'm just kind of chilling today. You know, if we start breaking out here and get some volume, I'll trade it. But anywhere in this, yeah, I don't touch this. I'm just waiting. And once the breakout and volume does come in, amazing, that we'll have a trade, and we'll be ready to take it. But in this, yeah, don't trade in this. But yeah, mark these levels on your chart today. I don't know if I'll trade US today because I was pretty burnt out after CPI yesterday, but I'll be active in Discord anyway. I don't know if I'll actively take positions personally, but we'll see. But this downside is very nice. I think where's Anthony's trend line as well? I think Anthony said he had a trend line like this, maybe. Was it like that? That's pretty nice. Look at that third touch. Close below, straight back above, retest, boom. We used to trade that strategy as well. So 5 minute technically has closed below, but you also have rejected. It's like it's not strong enough of a close to confirm a fake out, unfortunately. The 15 would be though. If the 15 starts like coming down here, then I'll just probably have to market execute. And what's your risk going to be? 12 ticks, that's pretty good. I'm gonna stay on the 5 minute because my plan is in play now, so I can afford to go down to the 5 minute and not get confused. There's a lot of noise anywhere in this kind of, you know, I can sometimes take trades before a breakout, anticipating where it's going to break out based on liquidity, but it is best to wait for that. Wait for that breakout because you came up. Grab the highs, you close back bearish, dipping down. This rejection is not ideal, but this trade's based off the 15, so why is it slow? Do you know? Just a bullish push in Asia, and you're around 4-hour resistance. So if you're at 4-hour resistance, expect it needs to accumulate before a potential retracement. You're never going to tap into a 4-hour level and just reject and push down. This rejection could hover around here for like 30 to an hour, and then you could have the push. But because you're at that 4-hour resistance, or you simply want to go to the 5 minute and just wait for some breakouts, then you can take a trade. And then by the time it does break out, it could break out aggressively. And you have, you know, more US dollar news today. But don't be, we have to drop to 1 minute today. Don't be annoying and just fucking 5 minute discloses crazy, aggressively bearish. Yeah, no bottom wick on the 1 minute. Rejection, grabs the highs, close back bearish, top wick, push down. Oh, just grabbing these lows, instantly rejecting. Grabbing the highs, so if you now re-break the low, could that be enough of a push? Because if that was a true liquidity grab, you can push up, but if you re-break it, you'll push down. Where's the hourly open? Here. Wait, did you just create a bottom wick on the... No. No. Just pay for monthly some of my profits. Awesome, man. I will welcome you into the community after this, man. Pleasure to have you in. Good job on getting the profits from yesterday's calls as well. Let me just make sure we're actually logged in here. Yeah, I am. Cool. Trade 5 to 10. 5 for now, depending on how the volume is. I mean, it's been a slow all week on all sessions. No, yesterday was amazing, man. Yesterday was amazing. Be sure to go back and watch yesterday's live stream. Yesterday was an amazing session. Amazing session. Called all the US moves. US session gave about 600 pips. Could we actually maybe put this in soon? I'd like to trade the 1 minute, but you'd probably have to risk off the 5 minute high though, not that 1 minute high, which would be up here. 15's just closed now as well. Oh no, sorry, 1 more minute. 15's gonna close.
Do you think this 15 could flip?
Flip bearish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. I don't want to miss this, but it's looking likely. Look at this push out of nowhere. Look at this. It's a big push. We're breaking out of this little range here. We're not in this.
The only concern that I think right now is we don't have a bottom wick on the hourly yet, so it might get a wick and continue bullish again. Yeah,
that's a good point, man. So my break even would have to be as soon as the hourly starts creating a bottom wick. If we don't create it, that can be our target. So we're gonna get this 15 close here in in 6 seconds here. If it closes like this, we'll look for an instant top wick, and you may have some sells. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-second lag. Look at that. So don't grab the lows, push up, and you may have some sells.
Nah.
I know, look at this instant bottom wick. Yeah, there it is. See, this liquidity grab was, again, we've called this move great. Again, it's just hard to catch this. There you go. There she is. What's that? 20 ticks. Wow, look at that.
The 3 minute was lovely.
What was it? The 3 minute secret time frame. Yeah, look at that. What's the 10 minute looking? Oh, look at the 10 minute. Excuse me. So now that hourly has a bottom wick. So now that hourly bottom has a wick, you could just close doji. If you do close doji, you may have to wait for the next hour to do that.
I think the cells are forming.
Sorry, man. 15.
Am I audible?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you that we might get the cells now.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't mind if the hourly closes a little bit doji, because then you could have a little hourly evening star play.
Yeah.
Which could be quite nice.
I mean, the cells usually come after the stream, so.
Yeah, damn right they do. These are forwards come too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change. Yeah, almost at 20 now. Good job, James. Nice catch. Good catch, man. I would have been in with you as well. If that 5 minute for me didn't close bearish rejecting, I would be in this as well. It closed below this little level that we had, but it's like you had instant support here as well. But if we had closed aggressively here, it didn't leave this. Yeah, I would have been. We would have been in and out already. Very similar to the Tuesday trade. But the Tuesday trade actually closed nice and bearish. Because the setup's the same. But look how nice the close was on Tuesday, and that's the ones you kind of want to get here. You get that nice 5-minute close like that, breaks all levels, instant top wick. That's for me the ones. If we had like this closure today, yeah, I'd be in that puppy as well. Took 13 ticks. Good man, good man. You guys are getting some good positions. Must be nice. Very nice. Took 13 ticks is great, man. 13 ticks is great. You can just trail above 5-minute highs now. Remember, this 15 still has no top wick. Well, 15, yeah, 50, look, 15's closed below here. So you still have opportunity for a 15 top wick here to re-push it back down. It does, James, yeah, it does, yeah, which you'll probably still see. So if this hourly closes like this, for the next hour, you'll want to be seeing something like this. Once you get into these regions, you want to be looking for the push down. Because the 4 hour, you know, you watch the 5, you're like, oh fuck, I've missed the move. It's like, you haven't missed anything. The 4 hour hasn't grabbed anywhere near our targets today. Our targets are down here.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, me too, man. That's the trade I want. We want a little...
It would be nice.
That's what we want. Might go sideways. Yeah, it could. It very well could. Until that news again. But I mean, even if you've got these little, like I said, even though these ranges are small, they're still like, that's like 20 ticks. That's amazing. I'll be hopping in and out. In and out. Man, it's so hot in this room. I can't wait to get aircon in every room, man. I'm like sweating. I've just had a coffee as well. My eyes are like fucking so hot. Need a cold shower. No, I can't hear it out. No, all good, man. All good. Call the number in the regions we're looking at. I don't have an exact pinpoint entry. Excuse me, guys. I'm so fucking hot in this room. Honestly, when I trade US session, I have to trade downstairs because it's so hot in this room. But the resistance level is around 38.41. Creating a double bottom here. I'm not even tired, it's just so fucking hot. So damn hot. But we almost pretty much, not definitely, but a very high chance have a new place nearly secured, which is good. It has aircon in every room. No, it doesn't, Chris. I remember you said last time, man. It doesn't, which is good. Which is good, man. Date of move, Anthony. Probably, I think it moves 31st. Whether we may not stay there that quick, but yeah, that's the official one, man. We'll meet up, Anthony, as well. I was going to drop you a message today before I go down from Sunshine, because we'll catch up for a coffee, man. If you're free next week sometime, I'll drop you a message after this, man. Get a nice drink. Yeah, I do here, but my soda stream, but the ice is already melted. I honestly, before I get ready for even this London session, I don't have time today. Usually before a trading session, I literally, because it's so hot, I go jump in a cold shower. But yeah, when I trade in the evening, I take my laptop and go sit downstairs. Pool? Yeah, when the new house will have a private pool. Yeah. We have a pool at the minute, but it's a shared pool in the like kind of small community complex thing I'm in. But this new one that we are hoping to secure over the weekend is, yeah, we'll have a private pool, which would be good because I'll be jumping in that every damn day. Every damn day. And I'm hoping to hear back from Top Golf as well for you guys on Zoom that are coming to play Top Golf with us in February. I'm really hoping to have an answer soon, because if not, I'm gonna try and figure out what else we can do. The weather's so temperamental at the minute that it's kind of hard to find something for us to do. But Top Golf would have been fun, but I'm sure we can find something else. Is it always hot in your part of Oz, Ross? Ross, it's always warm. Yeah, I'd say it's always warm. I haven't been in Sunshine Coast in winter time, but when I was in Brisbane winter time last year, it wasn't like, you know, it was never cold or anything like that. Congrats, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. The date, Chris, it'll be the 10th of February, man. 10th of February. It's that Saturday. Hopefully. Well, I've already said it. Yeah, 10th of February we'll be doing something, because some of the guys said they're going to be traveling up for it. So whether we play Top Golf or we can't, we'll be looking to do something. Gonna try out Oz one day. Yeah, it's amazing, Ross. Honestly, I love it. Even though, you know, I'm trading here, London session. In London right now, it's almost 9 a.m. Here in Brisbane, it's almost 7 p.m. I still just much prefer all the benefits that come with Australia, like the weather, the lifestyle. Trading in the evening is great. You know, I've had all day to go run loads of errands and still come back and trade in the evening. So times are good if you can trade London like us. But yeah, all in all, it's great, man.
This pullback is nice.
Yeah, this is nice, man. Yeah, its hourly close will be very interesting.
Yeah.
Sticks to the plane, head up, you head to it, man. Do it. Go for it, Chris. More than welcome, man. Drop me a message, man. I'll note you down. NZ is better, more rain. Yeah, I love New Zealand. New Zealand's beautiful. But New Zealand trading times I just can't do. I just cannot do it. So like here now is like our like London prime time trading session. Right now in Auckland it's coming up to 10 p.m. I struggle to even trade New York at like 11 p.m. here. Even if I have like a line and a nap during the day, I don't know why I still struggle to stay up. It's the only thing about New Zealand is the time zones for trading. It's not impossible, don't get me wrong. If you trade London, you can 100% make it work. But it's tough. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, well, when daylight saving ends, it is much more manageable. It's much better. That's very true. Yeah, it's very true. See, look at this. If we had taken these shorts, if we didn't secure our trades, if we had got it, you know, around here, you would have hit like 10, 12-ish and be back to break even. I cannot trade London. I like London. London's my favourite. London's my favourite to trade. I may get more volume in US, but London gives me better valid stop loss places. What time is it? 5 minutes. The patients have moved back into the hospital. Trade ASX. ASX is easier. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, if you want to trade during the day, yeah, trade. Well, I mean, you can trade gold in Asia. Gold's amazing in Asia as well. So my message waiting. Oh, chef. Yeah, that's the thing. If I lived in New Zealand, I would probably just trade Asia, to be honest. Or I would still trade London, but obviously I would trade Asia and London. Whereas now I kind of trade a little bit of London and sorry, I trade London and a little bit of pre-New York. If I was in New Zealand, I would just trade Asia and London. But that's the thing, you know, that's the beauty of our strategy and the beauty of trading gold is like, man, you can trade gold in almost any session at any time of the day and at least have an opportunity to catch 15 plus ticks. Look at the one after it doesn't look like they want to come down. Yeah, I agree, Victor. Yeah, it doesn't look too just ready just yet, man. Just yet. Do you trade live? We need an entry. Please, a big one. That was yesterday. The big move happened yesterday. If you missed out on yesterday's stream, I highly recommend you go watch yesterday's stream. As we called this entire rip up and then this entire rip back down. That was the big move. CPI was the big move yesterday. 120 up and a potential 300 back down. To get a big move in London today, after CPI has pushed up. This daily has no bottom wick. It's likely going to come closer to US. You can see, since we've jumped, I'd say actually the opportunity here in London was probably this little push, and that's pretty much since you've had this little run up, it's kind of just consolidating. Fuck, imagine this hourly closes bullish again. That'd be crazy. Maybe I might go jump in the pool after this. I haven't been in the pool in a while.
I hope this does give an entry on it.
Yeah, I hope so. So strong for now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Just breaking above, retesting, and just I mean anywhere in here. I'm just looking at these wicks, and in here is a very, very kind of no trade range for me. What's this?
Yeah.
This is 12 tickets. I personally wouldn't take anything in between these two levels until you get a nice 30 closure.
Yeah. I was hoping the candle would be closer to the body would be closer to there.
Yep.
Not where it is now.
I bet you did a great job. Still, we need, again, one like that. Well, the market is never going to give you what you need. What you need and what you can have are two very different things. If you need a move like this yesterday, that will not come in today in the London session. I hate to break it to you. If you're going to get a big move again today, it's going to be off that red folder news later into the US session, where you could have a 100 tick push down on gold into 2028. But it's very unlikely to come in this London session by the looks of it, unfortunately. That was a lovely 15 previous close as well. Good thing we didn't jump in themselves. I'll get straight back up. So hourly. So what I was basically saying, for if we could play a evening star here, is this hourly. You may get the evening star next hourly top wick into here, and you may look to play it down. You don't want to see this hourly high broken. If you see this hourly high broken, you're going to push up. So you want to see this hourly high respected to see gold have this little retracement back down into these lows. But for me, this 30 range is not it. Unfortunately, this is just not it. I do not like this range. This is a 14 tick range, so our plan says that we cannot trade that. We cannot trade a 14 tick range. Ours has to be a minimum of 20 plus. So where could this, I think I'm just trying to see where could this hourly top wick can do before giving us this retracement. And it's here right now. This is an area where it could be enough for it to give you something steep like this. Big wick. It's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. 2028 sounds good. Yeah, I think it'll be decent. I think it'll give you at some point it's going to give you a decent retracement today on gold before pushing higher. All lows have been grabbed. I forgot to get rid of these. Let me get these were our liquidity levels. Get rid of these. Get rid of this. Yeah, hourly did close below resistance, which is very true, man. Yeah, which is nice. You didn't close above the previous hourly high, so you're still clearly finding some sort of resistance, which to me means sells aren't off the cards. And if you break this hourly high, then sells are off the cards. But as long as you respect previous hourly high, this right now is a nice top wick area. And I'm gonna just hang around for just a little bit more here, because what have you also not done before this push up? You never re-grabbed the lows. So what would you be, if we get you're only 2 minutes into this hourly, but if you start re-breaking the lows, you can get pretty decent stop loss plus placement, unless you come too high. If you come back up into here, you're gonna re-grab it, and that'll be me for the day. But if you start to reject from here, you can be looking for something like this. But you're coming very close to this again, you're probably just going to grab it again. Difficult day on gold, guys. Difficult day on gold. If you had a good day yesterday, you know, don't force too much today. Or just wait for a little bit closer to that news. These are the levels to be watching today. You guys mark all these on your charts. Mark the daily low, because it has no bottom wick. This low and this low. These are 4-hour lows. Are you going to reject it? Is gold saying, go on, take it. Take it. And it's, what it's going to do is we're going to take it. We'll put in the order. And gold's going to do this. It's not the worst trade in the world. It's not the cleanest, but it's also not the worst. You've had the liquidity gap, you've broken back below, you're coming back up for the retest. So you can essentially short and risk off the hourly high, and the hourly has still closed respecting resistance. It's more so volume. I just don't want to get too caught up in this range. I've almost found myself falling back into the trap of what I'm telling you guys not to do. Of this is the 12 tick range. But if you do take it, as soon as you tap into here, you be break even. If it doesn't break out, you cut the trade. How long we got? 50 more seconds to this fire's gonna close. I'm not in this, by the way, guys, but it's not like I say, it's not the worst trade in the world. You're starting to get some volume here. So if you were in this trade, now you tap into this level, now you got to be risking off the current 5 and higher, because if you re-break that, you probably just keep pushing higher and grab these highs, so that would now become your stop loss placement. You go from risking above hourly highs to now this being the top of the hourly, because there's no way you're going to grab this hourly high, sorry, this 5 and high and not grab this. So what's the point in going from risking 15 ticks to hitting stop loss? You may as well just reduce that by a quarter. Let's see, 3 seconds here. You're going to close below? Unless you get an instant top wick here. Let me see, have a look on Trader. Trader opened, hasn't moved. Ooh, a very, very little top wick. At least a top wick into the bodies. Gold's teasing me to put this in. The only reason I don't like it is because the range is so tough. I don't know what the fills are going to be like here either. But you could have a sell stop below this current 5-minute low. If it flips bearish, you could have a nice trade, and all you do is risk off that 5-minute high. You're risking like 10 ticks. If you want to take it at half risk to get a feel for the markets. Don't take it at full risk. Your safest bet is going to be if you actually close below this level. But if you have the sell stop here now, if it doesn't flip bearish, and it keeps pushing up, that's fine, just cancel the order. But if it does flip bearish and keep pushing down, you might get tagged into a pretty nice position. But given this is the volume and this is what you have to work with, does it make sense to trade it at full risk, like when you get the setup that we saw on Tuesday? Not really. So if you want to take it to get a feel for the markets, just put it in a half risk. There's nothing wrong with that. You're understanding the markets. This is quite nice though. You start to hover around here, and I will put this in at around 42.9. I'm a bit skeptical of fills though. There's not a lot of liquidity right now, so fills aren't going to be as on point and amazing as they normally are. But I wouldn't take any retest entries. You could push have a sell stop. And your risk is going to be very well managed. If you put it in at half risk, you're risking like 5 ticks. I'm sure we can all afford to risk 5 ticks after the week we've had. But if it re-breaks previous 5-minute highs, this one here is going to keep pushing up. So there's no need to risk off any more than this. So taking a trade with the 11 tick stop loss is amazing. Fuck, I've not been to the gym today. I've been back on my gym grind this year, but I haven't been today. Fucking hell. If you start rejecting from here, it's going to go in. Because it's hovering 2 minutes right before it's going to close. So if it all of a sudden starts flipping bearish within the last minute or couple of seconds, you know, you may see a pretty nice drive. And if it doesn't, just cancel the order. Simple as that. Cancel and wait. But this 5-minute trade is based off 4-hour resistance and potential hourly evening star. So, like I say, although I'm executing on the fight, that's too bullish now. So if it does this, it just cancel it now. It's getting too close to that previous high. You would have wanted to see a quick top wick and a drive. Because the fact that it's coming close to here again, just cancel the order and wait. You're going to push higher here. Because you're basically creating a double top again now. Unfortunately. I thought we were going to get a quick little snipe there. Are you in? No, I was about to put in a sell stop if you could have started to reject. But you've come up too high for me now. I would have wanted to just see, you know, top wick start to reject around here. And I would have put in the sell stop to see if we can flip bearish and have a nice drive. It's annoying because I know if I go for dinner, I'll come back and the fucking hourly will be down here. Because look at this hourly rejection. It's huge. Huge, huge, huge. If you want a swing trade, take a swing trade. Take some sells and fucking risk off. Put an alert above the high and have a hard stop like somewhere above here. But mainly be risking off this high. And it wouldn't surprise me if this hits pretty well. That's not financial advice. No financial advice here. But yeah. 5 minute is choppy, unfortunately. This is the one drive we've seen in our London session today. No, sorry, where is it? This one here. This is the one drive we've seen today. Other than that, chop chop. Sell puts. Is that financial advice as well? I see. Good save. Being so patient. Thanks, Aaron, gang, for such an amazing first week. Ending 30% towards my fun and goal. Bring on next week. Have a great weekend. Amazing work, Chris. Amazing, amazing work for your first week, man. See you next time, man. Have a good weekend. Enjoy, man. Enjoy. See you next time, mate. See you, man. Neil is confirming that is financial advice. Interesting. And on that note, we are screenshotting that. Now, 5 minutes just closed with no top wick. But you're getting close as high again. You're pushing
I
great.
took 5 tick loss there.
Did you get some shorts?
Yeah, I got in
Like this.
at around 2043.3 on the futures.
2043. Yeah, nice entry, man. Yeah, I like it.
Level. Yeah, I got a level going across. I just closed above the level and I was like, that's my rules out. So close it minus 5 ticks.
Yeah, good man. It's worth the risk. When you have a valid stop loss of that tight, it's like, man, just take it, get a feel for it. It's worth it. The risk reward would be fucking beautiful. Yeah. Was it a retest entry?
Yeah.
Yeah, good man.
Yeah, I know. A momentum would have been better. But yeah.
See, this is what I was this is what I was saying here, and this is why it's good. This is why it's good to have your stop loss here, not up here, because if this is a true liquidity grab, you'll push down. But if you re-break this, you're just going to keep pushing higher. So that's why I was saying if you do take this, stop loss is valid above there. You don't need it above there because if that's a true liquidity grab, you won't break it. But if you do break it, you're going to keep pushing higher. So that's another way to use liquidity to understand stop loss placement, and that if liquidity levels do get broken, you're probably going to have a decent steep drive in the opposite direction. So if you took sales from here, which I think was a great trade, you've gone from risking about 12 ticks to risking 7. So you've like almost halved your risk for the simple fact that if this is a true liquidity grab, you shouldn't need to come anywhere near this high. And if you do come near this high, you're going to push higher. So you can afford to risk off that high. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Unfortunately, I was staying on to see if we were going to get another quick snipe. But I think we wait for New York session. Closer to New York. like I say, I still am very confident that you're going to see... it's fucking very bullish now, actually. How long till this closes? 10 a.m. So in an hour, if this 4 hour closes respecting this resistance, I think for the next 4 hours, you're going to see this before potentially this. If you keep pushing up, then who knows? Maybe news will send this back down again. But see how this 4 hour closes. Because you guys are like 45 minutes away from the 4 hour close, I think it's best you probably just wait for that. Then if you close above, you don't want to be taking any sells. If you close respecting, amazing, you can be short and gold back down into these lows down here. But as always, you guys on Zoom, appreciate you taking the time to tune in. I will update you guys with the levels closer to the news. But for now, my only liquidity levels for the day is these lows down here. Once we get closer to the news and start closing respecting this resistance, which I to be honest, I honestly think you will, but wait for it to close below. If you start closing back below here and you guys want to stay on, then look for a top wick, and then that's going to be your trade. But yeah, Zoom guys, I will have this recording uploaded for you guys after, and I have tomorrow's, which I will send to you guys as well. Thanks for another great week, Aaron. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Pleasure. Yeah, great week, profitable week. And yeah, I'll see you guys in Discord closer to the New York session. Enjoy, guys. Talk to you soon. See you guys. Bye-bye. All right. YouTube fam, I'm going to wrap up there. Unfortunately, London again has ranged. But it's pretty expected. You got red folder news later on. But you guys have my liquidity levels of what to watch for coming closer to that news, because I still think you're going to get some great trades today. But for me personally, I am going to wait for some setups closer to that news. Wait to see how this 4 hour closes. And then come back closer to that. If you guys did enjoy the streams this week, I'd appreciate if you guys drop a little like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We had a very, very profitable week here on the YouTube live streams. No losses. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in. If you're new here, stick around. We'll be back again next week, every single day, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. till 9 a.m. London time. And have a great weekend. Trade the news safe later on. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.